I just tried recording this and I don't know if the demo just went down, but I wasn't able to queue, so we're just gonna go ahead and give this another shot. Well, hello everyone, hello howdy. Welcome back to another video that's not on Garden Warfare 2, can we actually believe it? In today's video, we're gonna be taking a look at Rivals of Aether 2. Now, I have been playing this game like a madman since the demo came out. I am just absolutely loving Rivals of Aether 2 right now. Since this is the only game I've really been playing recently, I want to go ahead and make a video on it. I haven't made a Smash video in a good while, so this will be a nice change of pace. Last time I tried recording this, it said match, and then it just never put me in a match, so we're gonna hope that we can play a game. Okay, we got to this screen last time. Are we actually able to get put into a match is the question. Okay, it's not looking the best. I think I'm gonna have to change what today's video is actually gonna be. At least I got my back. Oh. Okay, we're gonna try queuing again. Played some guitar yesterday and my fingers are raw. When you play guitar, you have to push so hard down on the strings. I don't play guitar, for the record. Also, I was getting taught how to play guitar a little bit and my fingers are raw. Okay, it's not looking like it's gonna be in our favor, if I'm gonna be completely honest here. Okay, so it cut us out of queue. I don't think queuing is gonna work. I guess in the meantime we can just hop into training, I suppose. Now, Rivals of Aether feels very, very, very good. I like everything about it, just base game. Everything feels very fluid. It feels very nice. The game is very easy to pick up. The game's very easy to pick up, but it's hard to master. I am a mediocre Smash player, and in Melee, I play Donkey Kong for the most part. That has been my main for like the past month, I would say. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be sticking Donkey Kong in Melee, but regardless, that's the main reason I picked up Loxodon. I don't know how to pronounce his name actually. The main reason I picked up the elephant is because he is a heavy character, and he's most similar to Donkey Kong, I would say, out of every character in the game. The only other heavy in the game is Craig, and Craig, is just not really my type of character. I don't really like the block. I think that's a lot to deal with that I don't really want to deal with. Moveset wise, Loxodon has been my absolute GOAT so far. I like his movement, I like his coverage. I am aware that he is regarded as the worst character in the game, but playing a character like Loxodon versus playing a character like Ness in Melee, two completely different ball games. Loxodon may be the worst in the entire game, but I don't think that he is unviable. And he's also just not nearly as bad as a low tier in a game like Melee. Even comparing Loxodon to Donkey Kong, I think Loxodon is still just a better character balance wise to Donkey Kong. But overall thoughts of just like base Rivals of Aether 2, the game feels very, very nice. I would like to play an online match, that'd be cool. Some basic tech in the game, right? You have very easy ledge dashes. Ledge dashes are worse than they are in Melee, but they're also very free. Like, there's no reason to not do a ledge dash because it's just so easy. Even if you air dodge off stage, you can just wall bounce or something like that. So let's say hypothetically I miss horribly. Wall bounce. Okay, well, I fucked it up there. Let's try again. Whenever you dodge in the air, you're not put in free fall, right? Like, you have options available, like a wall bounce like that. So even if you fuck up your ledge dash, you still can use your recovery options. So doing something like a ledge dash is kind of free and is kind of a no-go. If you know the basics of how to ledge dash in Melee, you will hit pretty much perfect ledge dashes in Rivals 2. Another big thing about Rivals 2, there is no L canceling. Now, I'm coming from playing Donkey Kong in Melee. When you up air with Donkey Kong in Melee, it auto cancels, so you don't have to L cancel it. So getting used to not L canceling really isn't that bad for me, as well as I've played a decent amount of Ultimate, so not L canceling is something that I'm used to. But regardless, even if you push L while landing, it doesn't do anything per se. I still have the muscle memory of pushing L when I land, but there's no L canceling in this game, so it doesn't do anything. So pushing block when you land is not a net negative, it's not a net positive, it's just neutral. Now, you can shield drop in this game. It is extremely easy, might I add. All you do when you're on the shield is simply flick your stick down like you would do the axe method of shield dropping, and it just hits every time. Now, you can do the old-fashioned method of shield dropping, but just doing the axe method is so easy in this game, and shield dropping is practically free. I don't think this is a bad thing. I think a lot of people are going to say that this is like a babied version of the Melee tech. Same with ledge dashing. A lot of people are going to say, oh, this is just like a babied version of the Melee tech. This game isn't meant to replace Melee. That's the biggest thing when a new stage fighter enters the scene. Melee players just want to play Melee with different characters. Rivals of Aether 2 is not that game. This game is its own game. It's not Melee with different characters. It's Rivals of Aether 2 with Rivals of Aether 2 characters. Sure, it's very reminiscent of Melee. For example, you can wave dash, obviously. You can ledge dash. You can, wave land. That's because Melee kind of set the stepping stone for what a stage fighter actually is. Melee is the ground roots of a good competitive stage fighter. I think Rivals 2 builds off of that and makes something absolutely amazing. Now, to say Rivals of Aether 2 is perfect is just incorrect. The game does have a couple of issues right now. The biggest issue I see everyone complaining about on Twitter, the biggest issue everyone's complaining about is crouch canceling. Crouch canceling in this game is a little bit ridiculous. You can kind of crouch cancel forever in this game, and you can kind of crouch cancel everything with any character. Crouch cancel is just like a little bit overtuned right now. Now, maybe I'm just playing like the worst ever players online, but I haven't noticed crouch canceling being all too bad. I've seen some people complain to the point where they're not playing Rivals of Aether 2 until crouch canceling gets nerfed, which I just think is kind of ridiculous. Like, crouch canceling is broken right now. I've definitely experienced my fair share, but it's not broken to the point where I'm not gonna play the game because it's strong. You can just crouch cancel for way too long, and you can crouch cancel so many things in this game. A character like Clarendon, for example, I think that's how you pronounce her name, you could crouch cancel down tilt off ledge for a while, which I just think is a little bit too good, considering especially the down tilt on that character. You're able to stun them and then get very easy follow-ups afterwards. So I'd say the biggest complaint that I've seen about this gameplay preview, I guess, or demo, is crouch canceling. Crouch canceling is the thing that I think will get nerfed from this demo. I know this isn't the final patch of the game, at least I don't think it is. Final patch before launch is what I mean. They also said they want to have the arcade game mode out before launch. If you're wondering why I'm wearing a completely different shirt, that's because it's a completely different day. I don't know why the recording stopped when I was recording it yesterday, but regardless, we're back. And honestly, I completely forget what I was yapping about. I think I was talking about the arcade game mode. The arcade game mode is this game's kind of single player mode. I'm not really sure exactly what it is. It looks fairly decent, if I'm gonna be honest. It doesn't look like anything that's gonna blow me out of the water, but it doesn't look bad per se. I'm really in Rivals 2 for the multiplayer for the most part. Obviously, since I'm enjoying the game this much, I'm gonna go ahead and look at the single player. But the single player is not as important to me, but the fact that this game has single player content in general is definitely a gigantic bonus for casual players. And just overall replayability, you know, having that option to just not verse people all the time, you know, take it easy, play a single player mode. I think that's really, really cool. One thing I also realized, I was watching this video back and I was wondering why the quality was so ass. I checked my OBS settings and I've been recording at 720p for God knows how long. So from the bottom of my heart, I apologize for this extremely subpar video quality. Don't know why my OBS was set to 720p for the longest time, but regardless, here to just kind of end off what I was talking about, I am incredibly excited for Rivals, and I think it's heading in a very good direction. I think the people behind it, the development team, are very, very good people. They actually care about what people want. They're catering to both the casual audience and the competitive audience, I think, very, very well. They're actually listening to feedback. They're actually giving updates on what they want to do. They're giving pre-launch updates. They're giving post-launch updates. They're just communicating a lot, which I think, especially in a fighting game or any competitive game in general, communication is incredibly important between developer and players, and I think the fact that they're giving all these dev updates and such is just an incredibly good sign, and I am very, very excited for the future of Rivals of Aether 2. Obviously, it's not perfect, you know, but again, they have really good communication, so I do expect those things to either change or get fixed. People act like something like crouch canceling right now being incredibly broken is the end of the world. It's not even that bad, to be completely honest. As well as this development team has good communication with their players. So I doubt something as broken as crouch canceling right now is actually going to stay as broken as it is, because they communicate. I highly doubt it's just going to stay like that. I got the money loaded on my Steam account right now, just waiting for Rivals of Aether 2 to come out. Currently, I'm recording this segment on the 22nd, so it comes out tomorrow, and to say I'm excited would be a drastic understatement. I am ecstatic for this game to come out. I was excited for All-Star Brawl 2 to come out. I think, honestly, I was a little bit more excited for All-Star Brawl 2 to come out. Also, yesterday, I tried to make a video. I was going to make a Garden Warfare 2 video yesterday. For whatever reason, the minute I have to make a video, when it's like most urgent, right? I don't upload on weekends, so that's 2 days with no uploads. Whenever I don't upload on the weekends and I go to upload on Monday, my internet just decides not to work. So that happened again yesterday. So I really apologize for no upload yesterday. My internet was just not working with me. I can edit without having internet. I can edit while offline, but a lot of the times when I'm editing, I open Google to grab images and such. Just couldn't do that at all yesterday, as well as I don't know how to upload the video without internet. So regardless, that happened. I apologize for no video yesterday. But yeah, that's all you got to hear from me today. I will catch you guys next time. Sayonara.